Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. I am real close to 7. I'm on a little early. 7 is my time, but so I'm really late, but it's funny because I'm always on like around a quarter after, so I'm actually early tonight. I'm just logging onto my computer. Hello, hello, Margaret. I almost made it on time tonight. Let me flip my camera. There we go. Is everything straight? I think so. All right. I'm just logging on so I can see your comments. Welcome to Beck's Crafting Spot. Becca. How has your Monday been? I'm just logging on here so I can see comments. And then I've got my wax heating up. Oh, what is going on with this computer? I'm gonna do something I did last week, you guys. I have thought and thought and thought about it all weekend, and I didn't. I'm just wondering what my tail would look like if it was longer. Like when I put the things on, I should have left them up instead of bending them all over. So I'm gonna end up using this tail next year. So I'm gonna be cutting I'm gonna be redoing the tail again, just because I want to know what it would look like if it was longer. So I think, and I should have put it together like I did these on here. Okay, everybody, always, I just got a message, I had to reply to it, I'm sorry. But I should have just bent them in half and then put them on just like I did the ones on here. So hopefully, I'm hoping that I can get these cut while this is melting, and then we can go ahead and get the tail redone, and hopefully it won't take that long. I'm just cutting them and gonna bend them in half just to get them ready. So when the wax is heated up, then I can go ahead and start putting them on, and hopefully it won't take that long. But tell me how your Monday's been. I'm glad you made it. Welcome, welcome, Margaret. But I am hoping to get this little bunny done tonight so we can move on to spring stuff. I've got a few ideas already in my head. And I probably shouldn't even talk about it because I have no clue where it is right now. But I have this really cute yarn that is it's actually white, like a creamy white color, but supposedly oh wait, I'm not supposed to cut that again. Supposedly it also comes in orange, and for the life of me I cannot find it anywhere. I looked all over I've been everywhere today looking for it. I don't see it laying anywhere. When I find it, I'll show it to you, but I was hoping I'd find that same yarn in orange at the Dollar Tree today, because I have this carrot, but I feel like it's too bright of an orange. So I did get this yarn. That I can wrap it in. I don't even know where the end of it is. I'll find it later. I can wrap it with this yarn to tone it down, or I do have, and I have no idea where the end is, so I'm just gonna have to cut it. I also have this yarn. Ouch, I just smashed my finger. But I feel like it is too thick. I don't know. It's a little bit brighter orange than the thinner yarn. I don't know. What do you think if we wrapped this carrot in this yarn? But if I do it with this yarn, I will try to pull it as tight as I can, so it's not so poofy looking, if that makes sense. What color looks better? The darker, the fatter one, or the thinner one? Tell me and we'll use whichever one you want. But I'll worry about the carrot after we get everything else done. But I was really hoping to find that other yarn because it's so cute. It's my luck. I'm in Indiana, and all the good stuff is either out on the West Coast or further east. Further out east on the farthest east coast. Something is falling somewhere. But I'm hoping to get this done tonight because I think this is my third night working on this bunny, so I'm wanting to have her done. To move on to something else. I'm probably going to do a couple more while this is still melting, and then I don't want to cut too many, so we'll see. Let me move this out of the way so you can see while I'm doing the and look, I found there's another crafter that I started watch. I've been watching her for a while, but I tend to just like watch people forever, it seems like, and then I'll start talking. But she did a 15-minute video this morning, like early this morning, talking about the different types of styrofoams. And she said that these are good to use for arms. And I had an idea of what I wanted to do for the arms, but this has a wire in it. These are from Dollar Tree, and they're just the hair curlers. They're rollers. So all I have to do is wrap the color around this and just attach it and put a little hand on the end of it, and that's the perfect size arm for my little bunny. So I thought this was cute, and I'll probably like form it like this, like little bunnies hold their hands down. So I thought that was super cute. Great idea. And you get 6 of them, so you have 3 sets of arms. I'm gonna have, next time I'm on one of her videos, I'll have to thank her. But her name is Vicky over at the Purple Penguin. You'll have to look her up. Check her out. I ended up having to go get another package because I wanted to make sure I had enough. I didn't want to do this over and then run out and not have enough to finish it. So hopefully these, with me doing it this way, hopefully this will be enough right here. Did everyone have a great Easter? I hope so. I hope you did. Okay, so this is still, maybe I need to turn it up some. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the head while that glue is melting. I'm just gonna, I already glued a felt ball underneath the back of his nose, so I'm just going to put this up inside and around that felt ball, just to kind of fill its space out. Oh, hold on. I probably should have glued this ball in too. Whoops. Now I put a big glob of glue in the back of his head just to keep it in one spot there. I hope this ends up working out. I'm going to cry if it doesn't. How's that look? I'm still gonna put some embellishment. Like I'm gonna put the plastic nose over this nose, and then I'm gonna put the little half beads over the eyes. And I'm going to also do the whiskers. But I'm going to start just trying to glue this all together. And I think I'm going to have to make like a hole in the bottom of this ball, because I'm going to cut the tip of the cone off. And I will probably bring the and I'm going to do the back of the head like we're doing the body. And I think I'm going to bring it up close enough to where I'm covering this seam, because it seems to be coming apart anyway. So I'm going to cover the seam, that way you won't be able to tell. I'm just gonna, like, everywhere that you'd be able to see, like I'm gonna go all the way, I'll go up enough on his neck or whatever. Well, also I'll be putting a little bow on it too, so around, like a tie around the neck or something. And then we'll be doing his ears, making them droopy and floppy. I don't know why this isn't melting faster, but So I think I'm probably gonna cut this off like right about here. Let me see. I'm gonna try to even it out a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to cut a hole. Just so it can fit up in there a little bit. I am not sure where my X-Acto knife is, or I'd be using it. Okay. Looks good. I'm just gonna fill this full of glue and then put it on there. And then I want to make sure it's straight too. I was just thinking I might have should have waited to put the head on after we worked on the body some more, but oh well. Hopefully it'll all work out. Let's see. So that's the front. Looking so cute. What do y'all think? I think I'm gonna look. I even have. We might have to trim them down some, but I even have eyelashes for her. But I don't know if these are gonna look right on her now that I'm looking at her. Oh, wait. I have got to go ahead and do her face. Oh my goodness, I never can remember what side to open. Let me see here. I'm just going to do the big ones. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'm putting the big eyes on her. I know that those are like a medium that they put on her, but I'm just going to do the big ones. I've got to put her eyeballs on. Oh my goodness, I got glue on her face. Maybe I can heat it up and fix it. I'm trying to pull this felt nose off because I don't want it to show. I don't want it to show behind this one that I'm getting ready to put on her, or him, or whatever. I wonder if I should just do, should I just do the medium one? Well, that, I clipped that piece off and it went all clear across the room. I heard it hit a piece of cardboard way over there. Way over yonder. Now I can save this other one for next year because I'm just using one of them. Oh, I need to trim this piece down. Can you see them? Look at her little eyelashes. Aren't those adorable? They kind of look Well, the one kind of looks a little long, but it looks cute still, so I'll just leave it. I don't want to mess with it too much. And her mouth, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her mouth yet. I don't know if I want to use my twine, my black twine, which I have somewhere around here. I had it a minute ago before I started my live, and then now I don't know where it's at. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and start on my tail now, because it should be warm enough. I'm going to try to keep everything else out of it. So I'm going to treat this as like the bottom. And I'm going to do like I did the body and just go from one side to the other. Putting them on. Hopefully they'll stay. You just bend the pieces of pipe cleaner a little bit on the end, and then that's what you use to attach it to your surface or your cone or your styrofoam, whatever you're using. You just make sure that the pieces are the same length, and you just kind of like bend them up at on the end a little bit. That's what it looks like on that side. And this is actually a lot faster than what I did it on Thursday. I'm almost done already. I wish I would have done it this way on Thursday. It probably wouldn't have taken so long to do. And I probably wouldn't have used as many pipe cleaners as the other one, but at least I have a bunny tail already for next year, huh? I can just make a little cute bunny butt sign with that one. Have ideas flowing already. Margaret, is Topanga, are you still with me? Is Topanga with you tonight or no? I just have to put a couple more right here, it looks like. All right. So I cut just enough to get the whole bunny butt covered. And I'm just going to let this sit and let the glue harden and work on the body. And then hopefully by the time I get around this first part, then the tail will be dry enough to go ahead and attach. So let's see here. I'm just trying to see where I stopped at. So I just did this first one, I think. Two beiges and a light brown, it looks like, is what I was doing. So I need to do 2 light browns and a beige. Trying to get all the dark browns out of here. That way I can keep everything separated. Two light browns and a beige. I do have more, but I didn't. This is still what I had cut from last week, so hopefully. That wasn't a good idea. Is everybody's Easter already taken care of, or do you still have other places that you need to visit? I hope you're getting crafty. Tell me what you're making. I would love to know. I would love to know. see. I'm not sure what happened, but it kind of looks like maybe this one, if I bring it down a little bit. I'm trying to keep the rows kind of matching up so it doesn't look off or whatever. You might be able to get this one to match up after all. I'm going to kind of take some of the one next to its glue. Well, it looks like I'm having to match this row up with 3 light browns next to each other, but since it's on the back, it really doesn't matter that too much. But let me see. So the next one is gonna be 2 dark browns. Wait. 2 beiges and a dark brown, I guess, is the next row. So I'm just gonna start it right here. I wonder what everybody's doing. I'm gonna let that set for a second. Yeah, I think I like this better. I'm just covering the whole area with glue, and hopefully it'll get enough in there to where it'll stick really well. I'm just going to hold it here for about 30 seconds. Hi, Janetta. I think that's who you are. I can't see your name. I can't see that far away. I apologize if I got your name wrong. The little bunny bud, it's so stinking cute. So now I'm going to, what was I on? Two beiges and a dark brown. So I'm just going to do the dark brown now. I might have to end up, whoops, I might end up having to cut some more beige, which I have plenty. Hopefully I'll be able to get that row above the tail on. Without any issues. Since I put the tail on, it's like right at the top of that. I don't remember having all these issues Thursday. I'm getting it. I'm trying not to get so much glue on here. Maybe that's what the issue is, but or it might be too hot tonight. Maybe it's hotter. It takes longer for the glue to dry when it's hotter. But it was taking a long time to melt, so I turned it up. Maybe I turned it up too much. So just keep an eye on that glue if you use one of these bowls. I'm turning it down a lot because it really is giving me a fit getting them to stick. And I'm just trying to get the glue off my fingers. That drives me nuts. This row did the same thing to me. I'm gonna have 3 beige in a row, but like it's really not gonna matter because the other row that the tail is covering up the other row that it happened on. So it's just gonna be this row right here at the top of the tail that's gonna have the 3 beige ones, but it shouldn't really matter. Nobody will pay any attention to the back anyway. See, it's on this side right here. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. So 2 beige and a dark brown. So now I do 2 dark brown and a beige. And I'll probably have to fill in a little bit or in the back part because going around that tail, it didn't like line up straight. So I'll probably have to do some fill-ins in the back there. But getting towards this top here, it should fill in pretty fast because it's not, I'm burning myself. It's not that big around up here at the top. Excuse me while I peel some of this off. Margaret, are you here? I was going to tell you earlier, I forgot that we've been watching that show and it is really good. That Fire Country, it is really good. I keep hearing noises. Oh my goodness. I was doing it wrong. It was the apparently I was trying to put the wrong side down instead of putting the side with the glue down. That's why I couldn't get it to stick. So hopefully I can get this knocked out fairly quickly. Okay, so I'm back to doing 2 beiges and a light brown. 2 beiges and a light brown, and then I think the next one is a beige. Let's see, a beige, 2 dark browns, or a beige, a dark brown, and 2 light browns, or no, it's 2 dark browns and a light brown. So that'll be next after this one. But right now we're doing 2 beiges and a light brown. Come on. I just keep sticking myself to the things, and then they don't want to stick. Okay, so 2 beiges and a light brown is what I'm working on. How you guys doing? You still with me? This one you can probably fast forward through on the replay to see how it turns out if you want. She's been worked on for 3 days, but we're almost done with her. We just have the rest of the neck and add the arms and the ears. She's pretty. Mm. I think we're back on track. We've got our, I'm matching up like I'm supposed to now, again. What do you guys think so far? We've got one more row around the neck and then we'll be starting on the head. Yay! Okay, so I think so I'm doing 2 dark browns, a light brown, and a beige is what we're starting on now. And I put those on, but then I pulled them down because there was like a hole gonna be right under these. So I think I'm gonna add like a beige and a brown, right? A light brown in this area too. Just because we don't want them to be off when I get around there. So 2 dark browns, a light brown, and a beige is what we're doing around this last part of the neck. I'm going to be pulling off a lot of strings of glue too. For some reason this glue is all stringy. I don't know what glue does not string though, so if you have any ideas, let me know please. Oh my goodness. I hope there's somebody else out there that feels the same way I do about glue being on their fingers. It has to come off. So I've done 2 dark browns, a light brown, and a beige. I'm going back to the dark brown. Dark brown. Dark brown. And a light brown. And the beige. Dark brown, another dark brown. And a light brown. And another beige. I think I have enough room to finish this out. And then I'm going to go one more time around underneath the neck to cover that part up, because the way the head is cut. Sounds like somebody's outside cutting grass. It's dark. Okay. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Oh, Atlanta. Okay, so now I'm going to do two beiges, a dark and a light brown. And I'm going to start right on this one side of the neck. I'm sorry, y'all. This is driving me insane. Okay, so I'm going to start right here on this stitch right here. And I'm going to go around, and then when I get back to this other side, then I'll just start going back and forth on the back of the head. Because I only want to cover up this this neck line right here. So that's going to be two beiges, a dark and a light. Hopefully this will work out the way I want it to, because I don't want her face to be covered with glue. That won't look right. I was supposed to do two beige, a dark and a light, but It's going 2 beiges, a light and a dark. I reckon. Trying to figure out what happened here, because now I don't see the, okay. So apparently this doesn't have any glue on it. I need a dark one. I was trying to figure out what I was doing. It's gonna be funny trying to, or it's gonna be fun, not funny, trying to get the glue to stick to the fabric of the face right. So I have the front of her done. So when I get her all complete, then I'll go ahead and I'll fluff her up around everywhere again. I still need to do the back part. Well, hopefully it'll all turn out and look okay when I'm all done. Looks like I only have like 5 maybe beiges left, so I'm gonna end up having to cut. I still have a whole bunch of brown, both of the colors of brown, so I should have enough of those. It looks like this is going to match up too, which makes me happy. All right, so we have that neck layer. All I have is the back of the head to do. Woo woo! And then we'll be able to get the ears and the ears and the arms done, and then decide whether or not I want to do the mouth. I'm just going to cut some more of this color really quick. Try to get them all the same length, or the same, you know what I mean. I hope you guys are loving her. I appreciate you hanging out with me. How is everyone tonight? If you missed the beginning of this bunny, I started it on either Wednesday or Thursday. I think this is the 3rd night, so I had to have started it on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday is when I worked on it last week, and then I'm hoping to get it finished up tonight, which I should be able to, because the only thing I have to do is her arms, ears, and the back of her head. Margaret, are you still here? Nobody's talking to me tonight, so I don't know if they just turned the video on and then laid the phone down, or what everybody's up to. I think I'm just going to do these, and if I run out I can cut some more, but her head is not that big, so I would say that this should be enough. I think she's adorable. I got the idea from Erin over at Lizzie and Erin. She did an old-fashioned doll back at Christmas, and I was gonna do that, but then after I got to thinking about it, I thought, well, I bet a bunny would be cute doing like that. And here I am, making a bunny. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Even though you're not talking, you're just watching. I love my watchers too. My silent friends. Okay, I got those cut now, so we're going to go back over here to this side, and we're going to do 2 light brown, a dark brown, and a beige, I guess. And I'm making sure that I'm getting that seam covered so that way it doesn't show. So that's 2 light browns, a dark brown, and a beige. I'll have to go after this dries and I'll have to go through with a little bitty pair of scissors and snip all the extra glue off. I'm trying to ignore the glue that's on my fingers right now because I just want to pull it off. See here, my browns. I always have to go back and look to see what I'm doing. I forget sometimes what order I'm going in. All right. So for some reason it's lopsided, going around lopsided. Okay. So now we're gonna do I think we're gonna go back to doing 2 beiges and a light brown. I feel like I should fill in some of this back here where it dips down a little bit. There's so much extra glue on this thing. When I pull it after it starts drying out, then it just strings really bad. Trying to fill in, and I'm at the spot where I'm filling in, so it'll be just a second. Fling it over there somewhere. Okay, now I'm back to where I can try to keep this level, or keep it, you know, straight, I mean. And when I get up around the top of the head, I'm going to have to really try to keep the glue underneath so it's not popping out all over the place, making a big mess and looking nasty. The next layer will be two beige, or two light browns and a beige. See, the back's looking good. Hi Kathy, nice to see you. Thank you for hopping on. I'm just trying to get my bunny. I started this bunny last Wednesday. Worked on it Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm trying to get her finished up tonight. Friday I did a different craft because I wanted to get it done. So I think this is the longest craft I've ever done, 3 days. Thank you. Did you see Vicky's little tutorial this morning on the different types of styrofoam? I watched it this morning and I'm glad I did, because I took her idea with the curlers. I'm going to use these as my arms on my bunny. I hadn't made my arms yet, thankfully. Luckily, I guess. After I get the back of her head done, all I have left to do is her arms and her ears. So hopefully I'll be done with this shortly. I don't want to do another day. Oh, I'm pretty sure she did it early this morning, like around 6 o'clock or so, because it hadn't been posted that long when I saw it. I don't know what she was doing up that early, but God love her for it. I know you can't see the back of it, but maybe if I hold it like that, you'll be able to see it. Bowl of snacks. That's funny. Yeah, it kind of looks like, it kind of does look like snacks in there, like little French fry type chips or something. That's funny. Nope, they're pipe cleaners. Do you remember the old dolls that they used to make with pipe cleaners back in, I don't know, I guess I kind of remember my grandma having one when I was little, so it had to have been maybe in the 70s or something. I've had fun making this project. The only thing I don't like is the stringy glue. Oh. I just remember when I was a kid, my grandma had one. I know, I know a lot of people don't think I'm as old as I am, but I feel a lot older than I really am. So I understand. I know. I know. You're just being, it's just all in fun. But I don't want to offend anyone either. I have a 13-year-old grandbaby. I have 9 altogether. I'm just going to finish this one off with the brown. On the end it didn't. I'm just making sure when I'm coming over here to the edges I'm getting the seam covered up so it doesn't show. But and I was worried about the glue showing on the edges, but I just remembered that my ears are going to be long and floppy, so they're going to cover that up. So I guess that's a good thing. Let's see here. So I'm going to do, I guess, 2 dark browns and a beige now. We're almost to the top, so we're almost done with this part. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, my oldest grandbaby is just turned 13 in October, and then my youngest will be 2 in May, and then I have the rest of them all in between there. So we have 9. I really have 11. I have 2 step grandkids too, but they don't ever come around. They live with their mom, and then I don't ever see them unless it's Christmas. So a lot of times I forget that I have them, but I still claim them as my grandkids. Yeah, I think I only have 2 more rows of these to do, and then we can do the arms. Yeah, I'd probably be further done. I'd probably be close to being done by now, but I redid the tail tonight because I wanted to see what it would look like. I used like a piece of a styrofoam ball, and then I attached them just like I am these smaller pieces to see what if it would make it look more fluffy. Because I actually did this one on Thursday, and I just like added the glue and then stuck them right onto the ball, and then I bent them over, and I tried to unbend them, but since this is fluffy, they all got attached by the glue, so I'll just use this bunny butt next year. Yeah, I'm sorry. They should, are they old enough? I would think that they'd be old enough to make an effort on their own to come and see you. I'm sorry that you don't get to see them. Thank you. I think it turned out, I like both of them, but this one looks more fluffier, I guess. With the size of the bunny, I like it better. Yeah, I'll use that other one next year. It'll already be pre-made. They'll save some time. They're in Alabama. That's a ways from you, right? Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna do the beige with the light brown again. And you're in Ohio. Okay, that's right. You told me before and I forgot. So you're over there with Mikey. That's how I'll remember you now. Do you ever watch Mikey, from Mikey, the Crafty Guys Co.? Do you ever watch them? No, you haven't. They're fun. Yeah, Mikey and John is over there. I like them guys. They're funny. How long have you had your crafting page, Kathy? Oh, I know. I know it. I know. A lot of times I'm on the replays watching everybody, or try to. I work in a lab Monday through Friday during the day, and so I can, a lot of times, like when I'm in the hood, aliquot and the samples that we do, I usually listen to true crime podcasts. But if I'm doing paperwork or data entry or whatever at my desk, that's when I'll be watching everybody's replays during the day if I'm not busy working in the hood. So I get a lot of that done during my work time. And most of the time I'm not. I'm mostly listening to what you're saying, and then I'll go back and look to see what you did at the end or when I'm on break or whatever, because I'm not supposed to watch videos while I'm at work. Let's see. I got room for 2 more of my beiges on here. And then 1 more strip at the top, and then we'll be done. Well, actually, not even 1 more strip. I've probably got room for maybe 4 pieces. And I think I'm gonna do the top. Right, exactly. I think I'm just gonna do the top with like the browns, because there's a lot of beige in this second row, so I'm just gonna do like dark brown, light brown, and so on. And hopefully the ears will cover up a lot of the glue that's going on too. Yep. All right. So here's the bunny so far. Thank you so much. So let me, okay, I'm finished with all the cut pieces. Set this over here. So I think I'm gonna do the arms. I'm just gonna wrap them in the, like the light brown. I'm sure the glue will probably melt this. I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue under each end of this pipe cleaner. And of course it's melting it, so hopefully. I probably should have just painted. I probably should have just painted on the color brown. That probably would have been easier, but oh well, it's too late now. Thank you for sprinkling. I don't know how many I've wrapped around this so far. At least 2 or 3. I'm just holding this. You knocked yourself off. Well, I'm glad you came back. I just have the one arm covered now. I think I put maybe 4 or 5 4 or 5 whatchamacallits on there. Well, I should have thought this through before today, but this was a bunny. This was a bunny from Dollar Tree that I used for the head. And I'm just going to hold on. I'm gonna if I would have thought about it, I would have tried to take the arms off, because I didn't know that I didn't know they were glued on. Well, I didn't really think of it, I guess. But let me see if I can reactivate this glue. That didn't take very much. Because I'm going to have her holding a carrot anyways. So, if I put this on the right way, I want them to be the same size, so look, I can use these for another craft, for the hands on another craft, but there is foam inside of this thing. So I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just going to put glue on the inside of this. Uh-oh, that's the wrong side. Shoot. Is that weird looking? I hope that doesn't look weird. I'm going to have her holding this carrot. I don't even know which way I want to have her hold it though, is the issue. Let me get the other arm made and then I guess we'll figure it out. I'm not putting these on real tight, so you're still going to be able to see the green through it. I should have painted it probably. If you want to make them tighter so you don't see the green through there, or paint them first, then you can do that. But just be careful when you're gluing these on, because the styrofoam stuff will melt. Just a heads up. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put my glue stick in. Put some glue in there. And get her arm in there. I'm just gonna raise up some of these loops and get her arm glued in there. And then let's get this arm on. Thought I dropped glue on the tail, but I don't feel it. There's her arms. All right, so now let's work on her ears. We'll do the carrot last. Oh. I have to see where everything's at. There's my wire. Okay. I think I have, this is a really big piece. Let me see. I have a smaller piece here. Let me see if I can. Is this ripping the right way? Probably not. Or maybe. Okay. So I have this piece and it's long enough, so I'm just gonna cut enough for me to work with, and then because I think what I'm gonna do I'm not sure if this is going to make them long enough. It might. See, I need 2 of these for each side because I'm going to put the wire inside of these 2 pieces. And then I have some floral fabric I'm going to put over the top of the now I want them longer. I'm sorry, hold on just a second. I'm being very difficult right now. Bear with me just a second. Because I can always trim them up if they're too long. What did I just do with those pieces? Because I liked the width of it. They just weren't long enough. Yeah, that'll work. Let me just, hopefully I'll be able to get 2 more pieces out of it, out of this one. These 2 pieces I'm really not worried about too much because you probably won't be able to see them. I'm not a seamstress, so this is probably not the way to cut fabric, but I'm just trying to get them to be the best, at least close to the same size. And isn't one side always bigger than the other anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have her hold it. I'm having her hold the carrot, yep. And I tried to find some yarn today, but I couldn't find the color that I wanted. So I ended up getting this. I was gonna wrap it because it's so bright. I was gonna wrap it in this yarn, either this one or I have this one. So I didn't know which one would be better because this is so bright, and I didn't think it would look right with her colors. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I planned on doing. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to use this wire also. So I'm going to cut some twine to put around the edge to hold it down. Actually, you know what? It is. Yeah, I thought about that too. So I could do that instead of wrapping it with the yarn. Let's see. I hope this works the way I want it to. I'm putting this wire in because I'm going to try to get it to go down into the top of the head to hold it in, to give it a little extra security. Okay. Well, I have no clue why I just did that, but okay. So I'm just putting some glue around this. And then I'll put the second piece on top of it. Hopefully before everything dries. That's one ear. It's not done yet, but I want to get the other one together before we do the center part of the ear. I think I want to face it that way. So that means that'll go on like that. Okay. Let me get some more twine. All right. Oh, I need to get my wire ready, I guess. We are almost done. Maybe 10-15 more minutes, if that. know. It stuck to my thumb and got pulled out. So hopefully it'll stay there. Pull some of this glue off my fingers so I can feel stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around this and add some glue everywhere so we can get the top part put on. I'm just going to put a bead of glue down along this bottom edge to glue them together down here too. And both of them. Okay, now we're going to do the inside of the ears, which is going to be this fabric. I'm just going to cut think I've cut it long enough. And I'm just going to cut enough over. I don't want to cut all the way across and cut it off the rest of the material, because I'll end up losing it or something. I don't want to waste no more than I have to. And it'll be easier to do what I want with it. Hopefully that's long enough. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't know. I guess I'll just cut it like I did the other piece together, and then if I need to trim it, I will. Which I'm gonna trim it. I don't want it to be covering like the whole. I guess it really doesn't matter. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to come check it out. Yeah, I haven't had anybody come on and say, oh, I have a friend that's on here a lot. She was on here when I first started, but she hasn't talked to me tonight, so I don't know what she's doing now. But I appreciate somebody coming on and hanging out with me. I don't know how. I have people that watch me. I ask them to scatter my buttons so we can get other friends on here, and she does all the time. But and whoever comes on usually does, but I don't have very many people that watch me on a regular basis. I'm not sure how to get all those friends that everybody else has. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you being on here with me. I was on every night last week. The 20th of March was my year anniversary having my page on. So if I would have thought about it, I would have been on every week of the 20th. But I thought the 20th was last week for some reason. So I just went ahead and did every night last week anyway, since I had planned on it. But next year I'll have to pay more attention to the calendar, and I'll be on every week or every night of the week of my anniversary next year. But I think it's neat that I've been on a year already. Thank you. So I just cut this down a little bit, so it's got the raw edges around the oh, this is a drop cloth is what I did the background of her ears with, and I can fray these out a little bit. But I am going to go ahead and glue this on. I'm just going to use hot glue to glue this piece on. And I'm not really even going to put that, I'm not going to use that much because it's a real thin piece of fabric and I don't want it coming through. See, here's one of the ears. I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to have to trim this side down too. Thank you. one should be done. I need to get me some better scissors. Oh, okay. How do I just go on what? What do I do? How do I do that? And Carol Ruth. I'll have to write her name down. I'm not sure who she is. Justin. I'm pretty sure I know who Justin is. I'll have to check them out on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, so I have this ear done too. I'm just gonna fray it out a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that's cool. Oh, nice. There's a big section over that I didn't get glued down over here, so I'm just going to glue this part down. And, uh-oh. I should not have glued the bottom section together yet, because I forgot I have to put her ears inside of it. I got some of it open. Hopefully I can get her little ear up in there. Oh man, I knocked one of her. I knocked one of her eyelashes off. I'm just trying to fix her ears now. Okay, let's see. I had to add some glue on her eyelash, so hopefully it'll stay on now. Okay, and give me just a minute because I don't want to show you the front of her until I get both of her ears on, so bear with me just a second. Hello, friends. Whoever's watching, I appreciate you. Okay, that one came open really easily, so I'm just going to stuff this ear down in there. Go ahead and get this wire poked in. I kind of feel like I should have just not made the wires long enough, or real long, and just glued it to her head. Because I feel like they're not going down into the styrofoam ball anyway. This eyebrow or eyelash came off as well. gotta hold them together. They're not staying. Come on. Oh, well, that's sweet of her. That's nice. Yeah, I love that of her. Because, what is that saying? It's something over competition. Community over competition, yeah. I love to help anybody that needs help. I'm just trying to get the top of the ears to glue together. It doesn't seem like it's happening though. I keep burning myself. I need like a big clip, like a safety pin, or not a safety pin, a clothespin or something. Oh, it might stay. It might be together now. I'm getting glue all over my fingers, and I don't want the glue. I'm going to go ahead and start flipping these all these little pipe cleaners. When you get them on, after you're done, you flip them out. And I kind of had them that way, but then they got mushed down sometimes in some areas. But I want to do that. I want to flip them up before I put the carrot on it, because I don't want to mash them down again. Oh my goodness. I got some glue on her face. I'm gonna have to try to use the heat gun to reactivate it so I can wipe it off. And I don't know what I did with it. I ordered a bunch of spring fabric, and it's wrapped in a piece of white paper. And I don't know what I did with it, but I was going to use it to make like a little tie to put around her neck. But I've got so much stuff that I don't know what I did with it. But I've been on here way too long tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this carrot ready and get her together, and then maybe I'll put, she does need something around her neck though. Can you see the glue on her? She is still stinking cute even with the glue on her. But I feel like I'm just going to use, sounds like it's getting ready to storm. I hear it rumbling. Yeah, I could put a bow on her. I have this orange gingham. Should I, just like a little bow like this? It's only really bugging me in this one spot. Maybe I can just, I don't know if I could do this bow again if I take it apart. I'm kind of wasting a lot of the, that looks cute. I'm not gonna, I'll use those for something else. But let me, looks better. She is really a cutie. Uh-oh. I used the wrong side on her right arm. I used the wrong side of the hand piece. There's a bunch of glue stuck on the outside of her hand because I used the wrong side of it. I should have turned it over the other way. Okay, I'm finally done with her. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate it. So let me show you up close. Let's see. She's so stinking cute. I love her. I think she's my favorite that I've ever done. Poor girl, she's got glue all under her eye. But, so, I believe the cone that I used, it was one of the paper mache cardboard cones from Hobby Lobby. It was $1.75. And then all of the pipe cleaners came from Amazon, except for the white ones. They came from Hobby Lobby. They were in a bag. They came with red and yellow, or red and green, I'm sorry, and white, and from Hobby Lobby. The drop cloth for the ears I picked up, or I got from Amazon. The inside of the ear material came from Hobby Lobby. And then the little nose and the half black beads I got from Amazon. The eyelashes came from Dollar Tree. The bunny face, it came off of, well, it's all torn apart now, but it was a bunny from Dollar Tree, and I took it apart to make my bunny. And I used rollers from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure where the rest of the package is, but the hair rollers that are like styrofoam and they have a wire inside of them, I got them from Dollar Tree. The carrot came from Dollar Tree. And I think she's so stinking cute. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Scatter the buttons. If you come on and that red light up there that says live is not on, then I am not live. You can that means you're catching me on the replay. So hashtag replay in the comments so I know you are here. and I can talk to you and say hi and all the things. So I will be back on Thursday. Hopefully, if I'm not on Thursday, because my daughter's supposed to be moving, and she was supposed to move today but didn't get to. So I'll be helping her the rest of this week probably. So if I end up not coming on Thursday, then I will post it. So y'all have a great week, and life's a garden, so go dig it. Bye-bye.